Hell no. Shut up. Only if you give me €100. It's more than £100. Yeah, no. Hang on. Okay. Come across that line. That's what. Oh, I'll give you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Hi, good evening everybody, and welcome to F1 tonight. And we are at Monza. Apologies, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty there where I didn't seem to get into the actual session, but we seem to have alleviated it now. So we are now in the session, and this is Q1. We've got just over 12 minutes to run, and you can see a number of the drivers there have already gone out on track and set some time, so let's quickly run through those. So first one, Ruud Window for Williams, he's done a 120.5. Nicky Visser for Sauber, 120.8. John Donkel for Force India, 121.0. Guido Ehrschein for Renault, 121.4. Marco Pullen for Sauber, 121.6. Miguel Tourné for Force India, 122.7. Marcel France for Toro Rosso, 122.9, and Marcel Dronig with a 126.7 teammate in Renault to Guido Ehrschein. We are on board now with Rob Mulder, who was a surprise podium finisher last week. The new Williams driver was his inaugural race last week, and he put in a fantastic, absolutely fantastic show, and unexpected, but it was one of those situations, unfortunately due to penalties, and he took third place on the podium at Monza, so great result for him, and indeed he crosses the line with a 121.588. So let's quickly run through our runners and riders. Mark Stappers in McLaren, still to set a time. Damie Hartman in the Haas, still to set a time. Peter Phillips in the Red Bull, he's in the pits at the moment. Basta Breen is out on track, still to set a time. Teammate as well, Seb Bogart in the Haas. And then we have the new driver of Kevin Van Delft. Looks like he's gone out, not too sure whether he's got connection issues or not. Then we have Boy Williamson in the Haas, he's currently in the pits. Jerome Portmer for Toro Rosso, he's out on track. Stan Drumkov for Mercedes, he's out on track. Martin Parder Cooper, due to penalties, has disqualified himself and will be finishing at the back of the grid in P19. Zander Hermans for Mercedes, not racing with us this evening. Has disqualified himself and will be finishing at the back of the grid in P19. Zander Hermans for Mercedes, not racing with us this evening. Disqualified himself and will be finishing at the back of the grid in P19. Zander Hermans for Mercedes, not racing with us this evening. So I have just been speaking for a while, and unfortunately none of you have heard any of what I've said, so not a great start to this evening. Unfortunately, we had a few technical issues with the broadcast onto YouTube, but we've resolved those now. So Ruud Window, look at that for Williams. We've got just under 10 minutes remaining of the session, and he's come out with fantastic run there from Ruud Window in the Williams of 120.5. Nicky Visser and Sauber, 120.8. Basta Breen, who's out on track at the moment in the Ferrari, 120.8. John Donkel, I think he's actually going out now. 120.8. Basta Breen, look, that is him going out on track. 120.8. Or is that Miguel Tourné? No, that is Miguel Tourné. So John Donkel is out on track at this moment in time. Was that Miguel Tourné? No, that is Miguel Tourné. So John Donkel is out on track at this moment in time. Was that Miguel Tourné? No, that is Miguel Tourné. So John Donkel is out on track at this moment in time. So apologies there, we had something in the background. So John Donkel, Basta Breen now. Seb Bogart's gone second with a 120.5. Basta Breen's currently fourth. John Donkel, Force India, currently fifth with a 121.0. Damie Hartman for Haas, he's 121.0. Guido Ehrschein, 121.4. Rob Mulder, who had a fantastic result last week in the Williams, came third in his inaugural race at Spa in Belgium, so fantastic start to his season with us here. Mark Stappers for McLaren, he's currently 9. Marco Pullen for Sauber, he's currently 10. Marcel Dronig for Renault, currently 11. Miguel Torni is for Force India, 12. Marcel France is 13, and his teammate in Toro Rosso, Jerome Portman, currently 14. Kevin Van Delft, he's gone out early, so not too sure what happened there. We had a connection issue or something on track. Boy Williamson, he's out on track for Haas, he's yet to set a time. Stan Drumcroft for Mercedes, yet to set a time. And Martin Paardekoper for Red Bull has disqualified himself due to penalties. He will be starting at the back of the grid in P19, and Zander Hermans is not racing this evening. Has disqualified himself due to penalties. He will be starting at the back of the grid in P19, and Zander Hermans is not racing this evening. So remember, this is Q1, so from this queue we will take the 19 drivers and we'll go down to 15. Of those 19, obviously Martin Paardekoper, he's already out, we know he's starting P19. Kevin Van Delft went out without setting a time, so he's likely to start 17, 18, although not, well, it depends on Stan Drumcroft, but if Stan doesn't set a time, so, but I was thinking he'll be starting on 18. So we're running with Stan Drumcroft now, as he's coming round the final parabolica. So coming onto the start-finish straight, let's see. Oh, nice run there from Stan. So he does a 121.2. And that means indeed that Kevin Van Delft, teammate to Mark Stappers in McLaren, he will be starting in P18. So it's Peter Phillips at the moment for Red Bull. He's in the drop zone. Marcel France for Toro Rosso. So these two drivers need to improve on their times. Now we've seen a fantastic blinding time there from Rear Window, 120.5. Remember, all the drivers now are on the super softs. So it's important in these closing stages of this queue that Marcel and Peter Phillips try and improve on their time, but equally, who's got to be aware? Marcel Dronig, Miguel Torni. I think they've certainly got to be on their toes. And, no harm in Boy and Jerome as well, being prepared to go out if they need to. As I say, we've still got 5 minutes, so probably see some of these times come down. Being prepared to go out if they need to. As I say, we've still got 5 minutes, so probably see. This is a great opportunity to show you the track here on board with Marcel France. So this is turn 1, Rettifilo 1 and 2 there. Then that comes round turn 3, which is the Curva Grande. You build up speed coming around here, you exit on the left, move over to the right in preparation now for the Variante della Roggia. So that's turns 4 and 5. Then you're coming up to Lesmo, right-hander, turn for the Variante della Roggia. Round 6. Then you're coming up to Lesmo. Then you've got DRS here. Start to come downhill, round 7, waved yellows there, driving on the right, coming up to the Curva de Violni and Variante Ascari. Round 7, waved yellows there, then takes you down on the straight, the Curva de Violni and Variante Ascari. That's turn 11, Curva Parabolica, so down 10 on the straight. Round to 11, that's turn 11, and he's in the pits. But that would then go on to the straight, and that is the track. So Marcel Dronig, indeed, he has dropped down to P16 now. Marcel France putting in a 121.8, so that's pushed him to 14. That's pushed Marcel Dronig down. Marcel needs to get the time done here. He's on his warm-up lap at the moment. Peter Phillips, he's out on track. 123.1, his best so far. Marcel needs to improve on that really by Peter Phillips. He's out on track. 1.5 seconds if he can. His best so far. Certainly not doing that in this instance. Actually 3 seconds slower there. Marcel Dronig now in this instance coming down towards Parabolica. Slower there. Down towards Parabolica. So he's through the first variante, Rettifilio. Coming around that long turn 3 now. So he's through the first variante. Beams down towards the variante del Logica. Long turn 3 now. Nicely done through there, up to Lesmo turn 6. Variante del Logica. And now 7. Comes, hits the DRS to start coming downhill, left hand round curva de Seraglio, and then he's coming down to Variante Ascari, round curva de Seraglio, nicely done through there, and this will now lead him down towards final, nicely done through turn 11 Parabolica. This will now lead him down turn 11 Parabolica. Doesn't improve on that time, so he has really got to watch it now. He's in that P16, he needs to knock it. Well, at least a couple of tenths, well, 3 tenths really. Miguel Torni, he's in 17 now with that 122.2. Peter Phillips moved up to 15 with a 121.9. So both him and Marcel France just really inched out the Renault driver here of Marcel Droning, and also obviously the Force India of Miguel Torni. He is currently in the pits, he's not going to come out, so Miguel Torni will most definitely be out of this session starting P17. Oh dear, he's he's not going to come out, so Miguel Torni. No, it wasn't. It was Rob Mulder there losing it round Lesmo. Looks like it was turn 6. He's back on track now. Mulder there losing it. So Marcel Dronig clearly not going to improve on that time either. So Marcel Dronig is out and will be starting in P16. So Marcel Dronig will be in row 8, row 9, P17 Miguel Torni for Force India, and alongside him Kevin Van Delft. In row 10. In P19 will be Martin Parda Cooper. We'll have confirmation of that shortly. Once the driver's ready up, and then we go to the timing board at the end of the session. Shortly. Once the driver's ready up, and then we go to the timing board at the end of the session. So just waiting for the drivers to complete into the pits now. Drivers to complete into the pits now. So fantastic run there, certainly from Ruud Windahl with that 120.5. His teammate Rob Mulder, obviously great finish for him last week, performed well. A little bit further down the field this moment, P9 with a 121.3. Teammate Rob Mulder. Too bad, he's 8 tenths off there. That just goes to show you how close these guys are. If 8 tenths is what separates first and 9th place. And indeed, if we look at Seb Bogart's time, it's not even a tenth. It's actually 3/100ths of a difference, as near as damn it. Nicky Visser for Sauber, well, he again was only 3 tenths out, so not a huge difference, but certainly enough. But that Seb Bogart, Ruud Windahl, that's looking very tight indeed. Then obviously Bastabreen with that 120.849, so he's 3/100ths off the tail of Nicky Visser. Remember, this is only Q1, and it's really, I think, in Q2 where we're going to see the mettle of the drivers, and more likely also give us an idea of what their possible strategies might be. So we wait for the drivers to ready up. Strategies might. And I'll go through the championship standings shortly, but it really is looking very interesting indeed, particularly in the constructors, but also in the actual drivers' championship. So confirmation there: Ruud, Rindahl, Williams, original P1, and the drivers as we've listed. Starting P16 indeed, Marcel Dronik, 17, Miguel Tourne in the Force India, Kevin van Delft in the McLaren will be 18, and 19 will be Martin Paardenkoper. Starting P16 indeed, Marcel Dronik, 17, Miguel Tourne in the Force India, Kevin van Delft in the McLaren will be 18, and 19 will be Martin Paardenkoper. So here we are now. This is F1 tonight. 2018. This is the season 4, well, season 1 effectively, for the 2018 version of the game. And we are looking at race 14 here at Monza. And a fantastic track, most certainly, for these drivers. This will be the last race before we go into the January break, and we will be back in 2019. So this is the last race for 2018 and 19. This is the last race. Looks like Guido Airshine is coming out. Nicky Visser already out on track. I think that's Mark Stappers. Seb Bogart. Yeah, so Mark Stappers is leading the field at this moment in time. He's coming round turn 3, heading towards the Variante del Roggia. Yeah, so Mark Stappers is leading the field at this moment in time. He's coming round turn 3. So we will stay with him at this moment in time. Just so that you're aware, we will be back on Thursday the 3rd, but we will confirm that on the site. We should be back certainly for Thursday the 3rd of January. So that will be our first race of 2019. On the site. We should be back certainly for Thursday the 3rd of January. So Mark Stappers still leading the field. He's coming round 19. Parabolica now getting himself lined up for this lap. So Mark Stappers still leading the field. He's coming round 19. Parabolica now. And a bit of a mix on strategies there. Super softs and softs. Mark Stappers running on the super softs, so the quicker tyre. As he goes through turns 1 and 2 there now, winding himself up round turn 3. Super soft, so the quicker tyre. Also got Seb Bogart close in behind him, and Nicky Visser and Guido Airshine as well. So we'll run through those as he crosses the line to see if we can get the comparative times. Bogart close in behind him, and Nicky Visser and Guido Airshine as well. So we'll run through those. Yeah, Mark Stappers quits out there. See if we can get the comparative times. So that's Nicky Visser now. Will be first man, should be to set a time. Comes over the DRS there. So that's Nicky Visser starting to approach. Will be first man. Silva Villalone, and then Ascari turns 9 and 10. Ooh, very wide out of Ascari there. And then Ascari turns 9 and 10. It looks to me like we'll probably be looking around about a 1:22 on this one if he maintains it. Yep, 1:22.0. So good time there from Nicky Visser. Yeah, Seb Bogart better. I was trying to catch up with him there with a 1:21.6. Yep, 1:22. Guido Airshine now. So good time there. Coming round Parabolica. Yeah, Seb Bogart. It's going to be around about a 1:23, I think, with this one. 1:22.6 actually. No, not bad at all. 1:23 for Marcel France and the Toro Rosso. Stan Drunkov in the Mercedes, setting a 1:24.9. 1:22.6 actually. No. And Seb Bogart, look at that, jumps to the front there with that 1:21.6. Great result for him there. Bastard Breed, 122.2. Bogart, look at that, jumps to the front there. That 121.6. Marco Pullen with a 124.1. Remember, these guys are on the softs. No laps as yet set by the super soft runners. Now that's interesting. So Rob Mulder and his teammate Reid Window in the Williams opted for the super soft. They haven't set a time as yet, nor has Mark Stappers in the McLaren, or John Donkel in the Force India, or indeed Peter Phillips in the Red Bull. And both John Donkel and Peter Phillips are in the pits. So let's see what pans out from that. Or indeed Peter Phillips. Jerome Portmer we're running with at the moment in the Toro Rosso. Peter Phillips are in the pits. So let's see what's from that. This Toro Rosso driver can deliver for us at the moment in the Toro Rosso. So 121 there we see. What's from that. This Toro Rosso driver can deliver for us. Jamie Hartman said a 122.303. Bastard Breen just bettered that. 121.2. Look at this, 121.2 from Bastard Breen. Jumps ahead of his teammate. But Damie Hartman now sits at 121.37. Fantastic run there from Damie Hartman. Great run. 121.3. Seb Bogart 121.619. And Stan Dromkov 121.629. Literally 1/10 of the difference between the new Mercedes driver and the veteran Ferrari driver there. So a bit of a surprise on that one. Boy Williamson, as I said, he's on 121.9 as well. Marco Pullen 121.95. So only 2/10 between those two drivers. Nicky Visser 122.021. Oh, fantastic. Jerome Portmer 122.1, Guido Eschon 122.3 set early on. He's going to have to try and better that. Marcel France is out, and it looks like Seb Bogart is coming out of the pits. Guido Eschon 122.3 set early on. Let's ride with try and better that. Rob Mulder here. He's just coming around Varianti turn 7 now. Down Seraglio. Got the DRS. Rob Mulder here. He's just coming around Varianti turn 7 approaches. And scarring out through there. Got the DRS. Times not looking too bad. This could be a fast time here from Rob Mulder. And he's going to be in the ballpark. Times not looking too bad as he maintains that speed around here from Rob Mulder. Parabolica, it is looking very good. Look at that! Oh, wow, 120.998 from Rob Mulder, and puts him, well, a full 1 second. Well, not 1 second actually, to be fair, it's only 4/10, but 4/10 ahead of Bastard Breen at 121.2. Well, I don't think any of us were expecting that before this race, but we've seen Rob really perform very well in Q1, and that was a fantastic run from the new Williams driver there. And Reid Window's teammate still to set a time. Q1, and that was a fantastic in the pits at the moment. The new Williams driver there. So at this moment in time, let's run through with the drop. We've got Guido Eschon. He's currently P11. So he's to drop with that 122.3. Mark Stappers is sitting 10 with a 122.2. Nicky Visser 9 with a 122.0. Bit of a surprise there. But it looks to me, I would say that the drop zone is probably going to be round about the 121.9 or thereabouts. So Nicky Visser, the drop zone, and probably Jerome Portman as well, and Boy Williamson. So all the guys from P7 down to 15 need to keep their wits about them. I think the guys in the 121.7 and lower. Oh, and Mark Stappers set to 121.7 there. There you see, goes ahead of Marco Pullen. So Mark Stappers with a 121.7. Gets himself out of drop zone, pushes himself up to Division 1 P6 in this queue. Lovely little run from him there. So Mark Stappers with a 121.7. Gets himself out of drop zone, pushes himself up to Division 1 P6. Seb Bogart, let's have a look at this. This could be interesting. He is rapidly approaching Parabolica now. This could be a very good time indeed. Rapidly approaching Parabolica now. Oh, no, he's in the pits, clearly. Didn't quite feel he was going to make it there, so he's into the pits. Indeed. So let's go with the guys in drop zone now. They've got just under 6 minutes remaining. Guido Airshine in the Renault is now out on track, looking to respond. Go with the guys in drop zone now. They've got just under 6 minutes. Clearly, this is his out lap. In the Renault is now out on track, looking to respond. Now, interesting to see how some of these guys have responded. Obviously, we saw that the soft runners had initially set the pace. Super softs were not able to catch up. Bastard certainly swapped on there. Went on to the super softs. Davey Hartman, Seb and Stan Junkov sticking with the softs though, as is Marco Pullen and I believe Jerome Portmer as well, yeah. Davey Hartman, Seb and so these guys here now that we see from 10 down, all on the super softs. Barring John Donkel, interestingly, he's actually out on a median, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out for him. So we're riding on board with the Renault driver now as he comes out of Varianti down to Saraglio. We've got the DRS under the bridge there. On board with the Renault driver now as he comes out of Varianti. Turn 8, then through 9-10, Ascari. Got the DRS under the bridge there. This is looking quite a good time, I think. Let's have a look here. He wants to be hitting the 1.8 at least when he hits Parabolica. So a little bit over there. So this will probably be hitting the 1.8. I don't think he's going to better his time, but he might do. No, he's looking good. He's taking it well round Parabolica. 121.4. Fantastic response there from the Renault driver. Guido Airshine puts him up into 5th place. He's taking it well. Wow. Now we have Jerome Portmer. He's in the drop zone in P11. His teammate Marcel France is currently P15. Wow. So both the Toro Rossos look under threat at this moment in time. Drop zone in P11. His teammate Marcel France is. Then we have Peter Phillips in the Red Bull. Both. He's currently provisional P12. Nicky Visser. Bit of a surprise there from the Sauber driver. He's currently down in P13. Although he is out on a fresh set of softs, super softs, sorry. So that should be interesting to see how he performs. John Dunkel, he's out on track and he's on those mediums. So I don't know if he's trying to get them to work, but his time is certainly very, very slow. And he's doing a build-up lap, and I think that's Williams' driver there. Yep, just coming past him. This is the Rude wind out. Yeah, indeed. He comes around Parabolica. 120.596 from Rude Window there. Fantastic. He was on a hot lap there. And what a lap to set. 120.5. His deal again. But again, look at this. This is now 596. Rude Window. Nicky Visser sets a 120.598. 2,000ths of a second there between the new Williams driver, well, new relatively, certainly to this season, and Nicky Visser. Fantastic. I've never seen something so close. That is absolutely unbelievable. And Rob Mulder, he's in the Williams there. He's in the mix as well with that 120.9. Now, I'm sure Bas Debrina, Ferrari driver, and Seb Bogart are scratching their heads there thinking, God, I mean, this is unbelievable. They're really into the 120s, and in the drop zone now, indeed, P10 is 121.7 set by Marco Pullen. So that drop zone, just under 2 minutes remaining. And John Donkel has come out onto the softs. He decided that the mediums weren't the way to go. So he's clearly looking to try and get into that P10, or at least better his position in that 11 to 15 range. So Nicky Visser, he's into the pits. Rob Mulder's in the pits. Bas Debrina in the pits. Davey Hartman is out on track. Let's not discount the Haas driver here of Davey Hartman, or indeed his teammate Boy Williamson. I mean, there is 6 tenths between them at this moment in time. Boy sitting down provisional P11. But Damien can certainly and has the ability to pull it out of the bag. Guido Airshine, he's looking fairly safe there with that 121.4, so he's in the pits. Seb Bogart is out on track, although he is P7. This is Q2, will take him through, but I think he's got a little bit of pride at stake here. So he's going to be looking to see if he can put down a nice hot lap. And let's actually run on board with the Ferrari driver. So he crosses the start-finish line. Hot lap down into turns 1 and 2, Retafilio. He winds it up now round turn 3. The aptly named Curva Grande. Winds it up now round first. DRS zone is over the start-finish line. Now it comes through turns 4 and 5. Variante d'Ologia. Now into Lesmo, turn 6. And now 7, but Marcel France needs to get out of his way. Oh no! What happened there? The Toro Rosso driver absolutely ruining the opportunity there for Seb Bogart to make a response. Well, I mean, he's through to Q3, but I'm sure he's not going to be happy with that, and it wouldn't surprise me if he takes a little walk to the stewards, or indeed even down to the Toro Rosso garage, because he was looking pretty hot on that lap, but he's through anyway. And we still do have out on track Jerome Portma. Boy Williamson, he's dropped out, so he will be finishing at least P11. Jerome Portma is out on track, as is John Donkel. Jerome Portma is actually ahead of him. Let's have a look. Jerome Portma is out on track, as is John Donkel. Not looking too bad. He's on for a possible 121. Here, no, he's into the pits. So Jerome Portma into the pits. John Donkel coming round. Parabolica. Here, no, he's into the pits. He's into the pits as well. Yeah, so that's it. There you have it. Our top 10 shootout will be between Ruud Window in the Williams, Nicky Visser in the Sauber, Mark Stappers in the McLaren, Rob Mulder. Yeah, so that's it. There you have it. In the Williams, Basta Breen in the Ferrari, Damie Hartman in the Haas, Guido Airshine in the Renault, Seb Bogart in the Ferrari, Stan Drunkov in the Mercedes, Marco Pullen in the Sauber, and in the drop zone we have Boy Williamson in the Haas, Jerome Portma in the Toro Rosso, Peter Phillips in the Red Bull, John Donkel in the Force India, and Marcel France in the Toro Rosso also. Jerome Portma in the Toro Rosso, Peter Phillips in the Red Bull, John Donkel in the Force India, and Marcel France in the Toro Rosso also. Jerome Portma in the Toro Rosso, Peter Phillips in the Red Bull, John Donkel in the Force India, and Marcel France in the Toro Rosso also. Well, whew, what a fantastic Q2 that was, and what a surprise as well. Fantastic show there from the Williams drivers, and indeed from Sauber as well. So there you have it. Ruud Window for Williams, fantastic. Headed up Q2. Nicky Visser in the Sauber there was second. Mark Stappers up there as well. Rob Mulder, the new Williams driver, and Basta Breen in 5th. Seb Bogart 8th. But more importantly, Boy Williamson in the Haas will be starting P11. Jerome Portma in the Toro Rosso will be P12. That's row 6. Row 7, Peter Phillips will be P13 for Red Bull. John Donkel for Force India will be alongside in P14. And in row 8 will be Marcel France in P15 for Toro Rosso. So both Toro Rossos out there in Q2. So we are now going to go to the final Q3 top 10 shootout to see who will take pole here for this F1 Tonight 2018 season 1 effectively, and race 14 here at Monza, and the Ferrari's already looking very hot indeed to come out. Yeah, and Seb Bogart first man out, Basta Breen right behind him. I think the Saubers will be coming out as well, so Nicky Visser shouldn't be too far behind there. So run with the Ferraris at the moment. Now, I would suspect both Ferraris coming out here at the same time. Call me a cynic if you like, but I think we might well be looking at a situation where the teammates will help each other and give each other a tow. Now, obviously, where do they do that? Ideally, two main sections where you can do that, possibly three. So you could do it down from Curva del Cerrillo, which is where the DRS is, so the end effectively is sector 2 down towards Variante, Ascari, and then you could do it following Ascari to the first turn in Parabolica, or if you're coming out of Parabolica down the start-finish straight to turns 1 and 2 Rettifilo. Although that said, you've got DRS there as well, so I would suspect it's probably going to be in the sector 2 or the beginning of sector 3. We will see what happens, and indeed if they even do that. So Seb Bogart now in the sector 2. Making his way round Parabolica, lining himself up for this. So let's follow him now. So first DRS zone, they go over the start finish. There's the DRS. This takes him down, as I said, to Rettifilo, which is the little chicane turn here of 1 and 2. Nicely done there. Start to lay down the power as you start to make your way around turn 3, Curva Grande. The big curve indeed. We're approaching now Variante della Regia, turns 4 and 5, little chicane there. Watch it on the exit, don't want to get stuck in those zones. Come towards Lesmo now, turn 6. Then turn 7, as you exit 7, start to work your way into the Cerrillo. You've got the DRS back there. Downhill now. Turn 7, approaching turns 8, 9 and 10, so that's Vialone, and now into Ascari. Good exit there on Ascari. Turns 8, 9 and 10, so that's Vialone, now coming down now towards Parabolica. Good exit there on Ascari. And this is looking very, very good indeed. It's a 120.3. Fantastic run there from Seb Bogart. Bastebri with a 120.4. What a 120. Great response. They dialed up those cars. Nicky Visser with a 120.666. Oh dear, Nicky. That could bode badly, but we will wait and see. Guido Airshine, 121.3. For Mulder, not set time. Stan Jonkov, 120.6 for Mercedes. Rob Mulder doesn't set a time, so clearly gone wide somewhere. Rude wind out. His teammate coming round Parabolica now. He's not going to be setting anything spectacular there. He's clearly had an issue somewhere around the track. Mark Stapper's still in the pit. Marco Pullen just coming out now on his outlap. He's not going to be setting anything spectacular. Great response there from the Ferrari drivers. Straight out, straight down with a low 120, 120.396 from Seb Bogart and a 120.4 from Bastebri. Fantastic, but let's not take it away. Nicky Visser, 120.609, sorry, 666, and Stan Jonkov just ahead of him with a 120.609, so only 6/10 between the Mercedes and the Sauber there for 3rd and 4th place on the grid. Damie Hartman, he's currently looking P5. Guido Airshine, P6. Rob Mulder still to set a time. Rude Window also. Mark Stapper still in the pit. Marco Pullen is out. He's currently looking I think this will be the end of his opening lap. So he's now starting his fast lap. So we'll ride on board. We'll ride with certainly Marco Pullen in Sauber. His teammates managed to get up into second row, P4, so we'll ride on board to see if we can get a little bit ahead of that. But yeah, we were saying, well, I was saying, you know, where are the Ferraris in Q2? They were 5 and 8, but it was just enough to get them through. They did what they needed They didn't need to do any more. That is all too often what we see from this Ferrari team, very confident team. And indeed, I was going to make reference to the championship, and well, they had a fantastic result, both podium finishes last week. So Seb Bogart is still heading up the Drivers' Championship. He's on 175 points. Bastable, his teammate, still second. He's on 142. Damien Hartman, though, is very close for Hassel with a 123. And Nicky Visser for Sauber, 112. And P5, just to give you an idea, is Boy Williamson, and he's on 81. So Haas and Ferrari both in the top 5 in the constructors, and indeed that is in the Drivers' Championship, and indeed that is reflected in the constructors. Haas and Ferrari. So, you can see, and Marco Pullen does a 121.8. So indeed that is reflected. Puts him into P8. Ruud Windahl now coming out of Ascari, heading down towards Parabolica. So, as I was saying, Constructors Championship, Ferrari leading the way with 317 points, but second place are Haas with 204, and Sauber third with 164. As I was saying, Constructors Championship, Ferrari great show there, and Ruud Windahl now coming. This is looking good. A 120.6 from Ruud Windahl. Yeah. He responds, can't quite match that 120.3 from Seb Bogart, but 120.6 puts him in the second row, pushes Nicky Visser in the Sauber now into the third row, P5. Mark Stappers, let's ride with him. He's yet to set a time as he comes down now to start his hot lap into turns 1 and 2. Rettifilio. Mark Stappers, let's ride with him. He's yet to set a time as he comes down now. Down that long turn 3. Through Variante del Roggia, down now towards Lesma. Oh, just gets the back left onto that gravel, not what he was looking for, and that is going to knock a couple of tenths out of his time there. Just gets the back left onto that gravel. Oh, and he's off at Ascari. He's off out of his time there. Well, he's still got 4 minutes remaining, but he's got some pretty dirty tyres there now. And Ruud Windahl, look at this. Ruud Windahl in the meantime sets a 120.354. My God. Still nothing in it though between him and Seb Bogart. That's actually only 4/10 of a second between them. And Seb Bogart is looking hot. He's coming down to Parabolica now. And this is looking very hot actually. If you can hold it around Parabolica, this is looking very good indeed. Look at that, a 120.30. Takes it back. Fantastic driving there from the Ferrari driver, Seb Bogart. He is just responding to whatever this new Williams driver, well, new to this season here, Ruud Windahl, is throwing at him. But a great show from Ruud Windahl as well. So Stan Drumkov, he's still sitting P4, Nicky Visser is P5, Ron Mulder, he's P6, Marco Pullen is P7 with a 120.9 now, so he's better that time he had previously. Damien Hartman, he's coming across the line, he can't beat that 121.1. Guido Airshine, he's coming out on track. Mark Stappers still to set a time as he comes round Variante. Sorry, Lesmo there. Guido Airshine, he's coming out on track. Mark Stappers still to set a time. I don't think this is looking. No, this is not looking a good time at this moment in time. This is just an outlap. So yeah, this is an outlap because obviously he had that issue with the previous lap. So we'll catch up with him a bit. He's still yet to set a time. This is just an outlap. So yeah. But Seb Bogart obviously had that issue with the previous lap. Fantastic there, has responded with 120.301 to Ruud Windahl's 120.354. What a fantastic reply there. I mean, When I saw Ruud set that time, I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be tight, but that is absolutely amazing. And Bastard-Breen, he's coming out on track now. Nicky Visser is coming around turn 3 at this moment in time. Let's see Nicky, because I don't think Mark Stappers is ahead of him. No, he's just coming into turns 1 and 2. So let's get back to Nicky Visser. So he's round out of Lesmo now. In the DRS. So he's heading down round out of Lesmo now, and then Ascari in the DRS. This is where Mark Stappers lost it on the previous but one lap. Good exit out of Ascari there for Visser. The time is looking good as well. This is where Mark Stappers lost it on the previous but one lap. Good exit out of he's lost a bit there actually. Don't know if he's going to better that time. Good as well. Don't think he is, no, doesn't better the time. 123.9 there. If he's going to say that, it's good 3 seconds off his own pace. Don't think he is. So let's have a look. Mark Stappers now coming 3.9 there. Round Parabolica his own pace. He's not going to be sending anything spectacular. It's probably going to be around about a 122. Coming 3.9 there. Oh, 121.6. Well, no, not too bad. I mean, he's in P10, but a respectable time there. 121.6 from Mark Stappers in the McLaren. Only 20 seconds remaining of this session. Both Seb Bogart and Ruud Window are in the pits. Bastard-Breen is now on a fast lap. Oh, dearie me, and that was Mark Stappers off there. Out of turns 1 and 2. Just getting out of the way of the Ferrari. So Bastard-Breen now, all on him. He needs to set a double fast time to push Ruud Window out of that first row and into that second row alongside Damie Hartman. So can he do it? Nicky Visser. Oh no, he's off, he's off. Bastard-Breen, he can't do it. Damie Hartman is out on track now. He's just coming up to Lesmo. He's off. Let's ride with him, Co. Can Damie? He can't do it. Damie Hartman is out. Push, and Nicky Visser pushes Bastard-Breen. Coming up to Lesmo. He's off. Let's ride with him. Still in the second row. Nicky Visser has got into that P3. Fantastic run there from the Sauber driver. Damie Hartman now coming through Ascari. Fantastic run there from the Sauber driver. Damie Hartman now coming through Ascari. I think he's run out of fuel. Yeah, Damie Hartman has run out of fuel there, so he cannot improve on that P5 position. Rob Mulder, now he's coming down towards Ascari, but he's not going to improve on that time either, so he will be starting P7. Marco Pullen for Sauber will be P8. Guido Airshine is out on track. He's not going to improve on his time either, so he'll be starting P9. So there you have it. Seb Bogart for Ferrari takes the pole here at his home ground at Monza. Alongside him, though, will be the Williams of Ruud Window. And in the second row, we have Nicky Visser in the Sauber P3. Bastard-Breen, teammate to Seb Bogart, will be P4. Damie Hartman, second row for Haas, will be P5. Row 3. Stan Drumkov will be alongside him for Mercedes, P6. Then we have row 4, Rob Mulder for Williams will be P7. Alongside him will be the Sauber of Marco Pullen in P8. And then in P9, we have Guido Airshine. It's a great shot here of Mercedes. Marco Pullen in P8. And then in P9, we have Guido Airshine. It's a great shot here of Mercedes. So, we will be running through our runners and riders, but there you have confirmation. Ferrari, Seb Bogart, P1. And then, as I said, Guido Airshine, he will be row 5, P9. Alongside him will be the McLaren of Mark Stappers. So, we have both Saubers, both Ferraris, both Williams, all in that top 10. But we also have the McLaren of Mark Stappers, the Renault of Guido Airshine, and the heart of Demi Hartmann. So this is going to be a fantastic Monza race here, and we will be underway very shortly indeed. So this is going to be a fantastic Monza race here, and we will. So welcome everybody to F1 tonight, race 14. 2018 season 1 of the game, and what a fantastic qualification we have seen. And we are here at the king of Italian tracks, the stable home of Scuderia Ferrari. And where do we see them? Well, we see them in first place on that pole, but also in third. But more importantly, I think for the Italian fans is that second place has been taken by the Sauber of Nicky Visser. So Nicky, we were expecting good times from him. He has been improving so much through this season. He's really done very well. He's currently 4th in the Drivers' Championship and only 11 points shy of third place as it stands at this moment in time. Demi Hartmann is competition who is just ahead of him on track. So on the processional lap, we'll quickly run through the drivers and the liveries. So Seb Bogart for Ferrari will be starting P1. Alongside him will be Ruud Window in the Williams. Nicky Visser will be P3 in the Sauber. Alongside him, Bas de Breen in the Ferrari. Then we have Demi Hartmann in Haas. He's P5. Stan Junkov in Mercedes P6. Rob Mulder in the Williams P7. Marco Pullen in the Sauber P8. Guido Ehrschein in the Renault P9. Mark Stappers in the McLaren P10. Boy Williamson in the Haas P11. Then we have Jerome Portmer in the Toro Rosso. He's 12. 13. Peter Phillips will be starting, and John Dunkel, row 7, will be in the Force India P14. Alongside him, Marcel France in the Toro Rosso. Then we have Marcel Dronig, row 7, will be in row 8. There he is. And the Renault. Alongside him will be Miguel Torni in the Force India P17. Row 9. Sorry, it'll be row 17, row 9. And alongside him will be Kevin Van Delft, the new McLaren driver. So he'll be starting P18. And then P19, row 10. Bringing up the rear will be Martin Parder-Cooper, who is serving a penalty, which is why he's back there at this moment in time. So let's have a quick look here. What are the drivers on? Well, interesting. Seb is on the softs, as is Bas de Breen. So that's going to be interesting off the start, because Ruud Window and Nicky Visser are both on the super softs. So let's keep a little eye on that. Drivers now coming up to the start-finish line, where they will line up on the grid, ready for the start of this F1 tonight, Monza line Grand Prix race 14 for the start of season 1 of this F1 tonight, Monza line Grand Prix race 14 for the start of this. Drivers now lining up on the grid, ready for the start. Lights will soon be lighting up. And they are off for the start of this Monza Grand Prix. Seb sets the way, but Ruud Window already putting down the rubber and gets ahead of him before they even get turn 1. Nicky already challenging in the Sauber. And Bas de Breen has dropped back to P5. Demi Hartmann's got through as well, and he's side by side here. Demi Hartmann with Nicky Visser. As they come out of 2 into 3. Everybody through safely. Through 1 and 2 there. Ruud Window takes the lead from Seb Bogart before they even get down to turn 1. Seb's still close in behind him. Nicky Visser, he's in 3rd place still. Demi Hartmann, he's now pulled up to 4th, and Bas de Breen has dropped down to 5th place. Rob Mulder, he's moved up 1 to 6. Stan Drunkov, he's lost that place to Rob Mulder. Marco Pullen still in P8. Jerome Portmer, great start for him. gets up from P12 to P9 and he's already challenging Marco Pullen, and indeed makes the move on Marco Pullen as they're coming down towards Ascari. Yeah, straight line speed in that Toro Rosso. Marco Pullen dropping down to P9. Mark Schnappers stays where he was. Boy Williamson the same as. Guido Airshine though, not a good start from him. He's gone from 9 to 12. Kevin Van Delft, he's done well. He's gone from 18 up to 13. Marcel Dronig as well, 16 to 14. John Donkel, well, he's down in P15. He's dropped 1 from 14 to 15. Marcel France, he's dropped down 1. Martin Pardercliffe has moved up 2 from 19 to 17. Miguel Torni's dropped down 1. And Peter Phillips, oh dear, Peter Phillips, he's dropped down 6 places from 13. Indeed, Marco Pullen is into the pits, as is Stum Drunkov, so I think there may have been some contact there between them. But Ruud Windau in the Williams, he is on those super softs, so this is not unexpected. But also Nicky Visser as well, remember, he's on the super softs, and he's trying to close down on Seb Bogart at this moment in time. And not able to get past that Ferrari, and that could be important. Obviously, Seb, he's going to be probably more thinking about Nicky behind him than he is concentrating on catching up to Ruud ahead of him, and that could play into Ruud's hands. He needs to try and get a gap up, because obviously the Ferraris are on the soft tyres, so they should be able to stay out on track longer than the rest of these guys. So let's have a quick check here with regards to the tyres. Indeed, yeah, Damien Hartman is on the softs as well, so these top 5 drivers, a bit of a split here between softs and the super softs. Leader currently on the super softs, as is third place Nicky Visser as well. So, how is this going to pan out for the remainder of the race? Early doors out, we've got 53 laps. We're only just coming into lap 3 now. So we've got a bit of a fight going on here in the background. Looks like Guido Airshine trying to close down on Boy Williamson. He's got the DRS, but equally he's got John Donkel all over the back of him there like a bad rash, and he's actually coming down behind Boy. Yep, gets alongside Guido, gets in front of him. Can he get his nose in front? Yes, he can. So John Donkel absolutely storming through, gets past Guido Airshine, but also gets through past his teammate Marcel Dronig. So really good move there from John Donkel. As I said, he is on super soft. Now Boy Williamson, look at this, Boy Williamson's in 10, but he's on the mediums. So he should be able to go in far, far deeper than the rest of these guys, and probably go round about to the mid-20s or possibly higher. So we have seen Boy deploy this kind of strategy before with long runs, so it's going to be interesting to see how that actually works out for him. So Windau is now really pulling out from Seb Bogart. It's over 2.5 seconds. Nicky Visser though is definitely closing down on Seb, and I think that's probably more what it is. He's concentrating on that. Damien Hartman. Oh, and Seb goes wide round Parabolica. This is fantastic, because this is going to give Nicky a great opportunity here. Yeah, he gets ahead of that Ferrari. Damien Hartman. Oh, and Seb goes wide. Nicky Visser now gets ahead of that Ferrari. Now, this is really, really important for Seb. He's got to get that place back, because if Nicky Visser starts to open up that gap, that is just going to make things far more complicated for him further down the line. Damien Hartman is also closing in, so Seb Bogart really did go wide around Parabolica, and that's lost him a lot of time. And he's got Damien Hartman breathing down his neck as well now. So you can see Nicky Visser already starting to pull out. He's over a second now ahead of Seb Bogart. And Damien Hartman is really closing down. So this could be interesting. Basta Breen, he's down in 5th place. And the Williams of Mulder there going a little bit wide on the exit of Varianti. Sorry, less smoke. Damien Hartman definitely looking to close in on the back. Sorry, Guido Airshine still off the back of the Haas, but Marcel Dronig very close in behind his teammate. Looking to close in on the back. Oh, and Guido Airshine goes wide for Ascari. Oh, nearly contact there with Marcel France. He loses two places. No, sorry, it's Marcel Drone, not Guido Airshine. I do apologise. So it's Marcel Drone. He clearly looked to make the move, did make the move on his teammate before they came down to Ascari. That's why I thought it was Guido Airshine. But then goes wide. So he's lost 2 or 3 places there, obviously carrying far too much speed into that first turn 8 of Villalone. So Guido Airshine does stay in 12 and he's starting to close in still on Boy Williamson. He's got it. Can he do something now? Down into turn 1 and 2. He's got the advantage, makes the move as they go into turn 1. Nicely done there by Guido Airshine, the Renault driver, and takes P11 from Boy Williamson. Great move there. Fantastic. As they're coming into turn 1, positions his car beautifully and just inches ahead of that Haas there. So great job there from Guido Airshine. Now Kevin Van Delft, he's starting to find his legs a bit. Obviously only his second race. Just inches ahead. So still feeling his way through. Unfortunately DNF'd last week at Spa. Not unsurprising. Very tricky track there. But this McLaren driver, he's up close and personal with John Donkel as they're coming down to Villalone and then into Ascari. Now what can he do on here? Let's ride on board with him. Oh, and he's really caught up there to John. Now this is going to make a difference when he comes round Parabolica onto that start-finish straight. Obviously DRS has been enabled, so we can expect them to try and make a move, certainly. He's still off the back. Nicky Visser, 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits there. To try and make a move, certainly could make a hell of a difference. I saw last week how points come into play on those podium finishes, but Kevin Van Delft not able to make the move on John Donkel. But Basta Breen, he's starting to get up close and personal with Damie Hartman in the Haas. Not able to make the move on John. It's very interesting that top 5 cars, 4 are Ferraris, but leading the way is the Williams. And Basta Breen, my goodness, picks up a 3-second time penalty there. It's not what he wanted. Cars, 4 are Ferraris, but leading the way is the Williams. Basta Breen now coming down to Villalone and Ascari. He's not close enough to move anything on Damie Hartman at the moment. He's lost time there on the track. Kevin Van Delft still trying to close down John Donkel. Close enough to move anything on Damie Hartman at the moment. Coming round Ascari now, what can he do? Gets a good exit there on Ascari, coming down to Parabolica. He is a lot closer now. He's about 4.5 tenths behind John on the previous lap. He's now right up on his gearbox. This should make the difference now as they come onto the start-finish straight. Reddy gets onto the right-hand side of the track, trying to get as much speed as he can, but he's lost it round Parabolica. And he's losing a lot of speed. Can't quite get that turn right. Obviously, John, with that much more experience, able to deal with that corner far better, even though it does seem to be in a slower car. With that much more experience, able to deal with that corner far better, even though it does seem to be. Kevin Van Delft still trying to make that move. He's dropped down now 1.5 seconds, and Mark Stapper's picking up a 3-second time penalty as well now. So let's get down now. Van Delft still trying to make Rude wind out. He's dropped down now. He's on a fresh set of softs. Stapper's picking up a 3 seconds come out in P13. Let's get down now. Rude wind out. Really, those super softs burnt out very quickly. So he's gone P1 to P13. But he is on the set of softs. That should take him a little bit deeper, one would expect, into the teens. So that should take him round about to midway in the race, and we might well see him going on to a set of mediums, I suspect. Probably should take him round about 23 to 25. So keep an eye on that one, but let's not miscount that Williams driver there. Nicky Visser is obviously taken provisional first place, but Seb Bogart is closing down on him. So Nicky Visser, how long can he make these super softs last? I think place. Rindal was, sorry, yeah, Rindal was probably working to strategy there. These super softs last, whereas Nicky Visser might be looking to go a little bit deeper. And he's, look at that, he's not looking too tidy out of Lesmo. Whereas Nicky Visser might be looking to go a little bit deeper. And indeed, Seb Bogart is closing down on him. He's now only 8/10 off the back of him, so he's made up a good half-second plus over the last lap. So I think Nicky really needs to look to be coming in now. And this will give Seb Bogart a great opportunity. So I think Nicky really needs to look to be coming in now. So, yeah, Nicky Visser coming in. This will give Seb Bogart stays out, takes P1. He was feigning to go into the pit there, not too sure what that was about. Bastabreen obviously now takes second place. Damie Hartman in the Haas is up to third. So these are now the soft runners starting the ninth lap. Bastabreen obviously now takes second place. Damie Hartman, their soft tyres. Now Rob Mulder, look at this, soft runners. He's already up to P4. So Rob Mulder, he's still P4, he's 8-lap-old super softs. His teammates already come in to P4. So he did drop down to P13, he's already got up to 14, so he's on the softs. Now the question is, how much longer is Rob going to stay out on these super softs? There are a number of drivers still on this. John Donkel, Mark Strappers, Guido Airshine, Ken Mendel, Marcel France, all still on the super softs. Is Peter Phillips and Miguel Tawney, Marco Pullen and Marcel Jonig as well, although they're a little bit fresh because they're going in at the end of lap 1. So it's going to be interesting to see what Rob Mulder decides to do here. We've got yellow flag in sector 2, lap 1. It's going to be interesting to see what Rob Mulder decides to do here. We've got yellow flag in sector 2. Yeah, I think it was Marco Pullen going a little bit astray there. So Rob Mulder staying out on those super softs. He clearly feels the only way to go is to get a lot deeper into this race on those super softs. Staying out. So interesting to see. I don't know what strategies he's on. I would suggest that his teammate obviously started on the super softs. He's gone to soft run at the end of lap 7, so effectively lap 8 starting. So that should take him round about to the mid-20s, and then I'm expecting to go on to a set of mediums. But I suspect that Rob Mulder here is on a different strategy, as are quite a number of the other runners. So let's keep an eye on that. He's the first one on the super softs, still in the top 5. Quite a number of the other runners. So John Dunkel's starting to close on Jerome Portman in the Toro Rosso. They come past the second DRS between turn 7 and 9. Indeed, look at this, he's coming side discretion's the better part of Valor, drops in behind Jerome, but he's looking to make the move on the exit here, trying to get lined up for Parabolica. He is definitely, certainly within DRS range, within 2/10, and he's going to think he's going to try and see if he can make the move on Parabolica. Let's see what he can do. He's got to stay up close and personal, but he's got to watch that downforce as well. Within 2/10. On board here with him now, so he's got the DRS now. Can he make the move into turn 1? Yes, he can. Yeah. Oh, but Jerome just stays ahead of him. 5 seconds stop go for Kevin Mendel for speeding in the pit lane. Did not want that, Kevin. So Jerome Portman sees off John Donkel through Rettifilio. Nicely done there. Nicely done by the Toro Rosso driver. But John is definitely zoning in on him. But let's have a look at this Boy Williamson here. He's looking to make the move round turn 3. So Boy trying to make the move on Marcel. Marcel going wide. Let's see if he can do something out of Lesmo. Looking to make the move round turn 3. This is his opportunity. He will have DRS. Move on Marcel. Marcel going wide. Let's see if he can do something out of Lesmo. This is his opportunity. He will have to do anything before they get down. No, he can't catch up that Toro Rosso. John Donkel, look at this, making the move again, trying to do it round Parabolica. This time I think he's got it. Look at this, making the move again, trying to this side-by-side action. Parabolica. This time I think he's got it. They come down to turn one. Oh, he's going to get nose in first. Look at that. Every time Jerome is just seeing him off, he's just getting his nose in first into that turn two or Rettifilio. And Miguel Torni, 5-second stop, go for speeding into the pit lane. Second driver to get caught out on that. And Rob Mulder, 3 seconds exceeding track limits there. That's not what he wants to be doing. He's on 11 lap on. He's right off. Look at that. On the exit of Lesmo, gets onto the gravel. He's really got to come in. I don't think these super softs are going to last much longer, and he's in danger. Big danger now of getting a puncture. So he really does need to come in now, and he's definitely losing time as well. Big danger now. So Damie Hartman. He's still in P3, Basterbreen still P2, and Seb Bogart still leading the way there in P1 as well. Stan Drunkov, he's down in P19 in the Mercedes. Peter Phillips in the Red Bulls 18. Miguel Torni for Force India 17. Marcel Dronig for Renault, he's down in 16. Kevin Van Delft, he's P15 as he's exiting Lesmo. Marco Pullen now down into Ascari, he's P14 for Sauber. Martin Paardekoper for Red Bull, he's P13. Nicky Visser, he's down in P12, but he has pitted and gone onto those softs, so he will start to move his way up. Boy Williamson in the Haas, he's still on those mediums, definitely going deep into this race. Marcel France in the Toro Rosso, he's P10. Behind him, Guido Airshine is starting to close in the Renault. Ruud Window in the Williams, he's now up to P8. Mark Stappers from McLaren is P7. John Dunkel is P6, still trying to get past Jerome Portmer here. And they're coming up to Lesmo now. Let's see if he can do this on this DRS exit just before they get into Serraglio and down the hill towards Villalone and Ascari. And that's where he's losing it. He's on the exit of Lesmo there. So really it's the cornering he's got. That would suggest to me that that Toro Rosso is probably carrying more downforce. Ruud Window picks up a 3-second time penalty there. So I'd suspect that Toro Rosso has got more downforce. You can see that's where John Dunkel is definitely catching up. So it's really beginning of sector 1 and sector 3. But the rest of the time, Jerome just managed to head him. So I expect John now to get his nose in front, but he really needs to get past him before he gets down to that turn 1. And this could be it. Yeah, he's made the move. This is what he needed to do. He had to get in front of that Toro Rosso. So nicely done there. So he really needs to get pedal to the metal now, start to open that gap. Rob Mulder still on those super softs, lap 13 on those super softs. He started the race on those, and he's definitely going very deep on those. And well, let's hope it works out for him. But I think he's on dangerous ground there. But equally, he is the driver that's out on the oldest tyres. But John Donkel's out on a set of super softs as well. And you just see him make that move on Jerome Portmer on the same lap old softs. So it was important. He did need to get past him on track. Obviously, he will pit beforehand, but it's important to try and make your moves on track as much as you possibly can. Obviously, a lot can be done in the pit stops, but it's always risky. So the action is on the track, and that's where you want to try and keep it if you can. But looking at this now, Damie Hartman is going to be under pressure from Rob Mulder. This is interesting. The Haas coming under pressure from the Williams now. As they start lap 15. Hartman is going to be under pressure from Rob Mulder. This is interesting. The Haas coming under pressure from, especially the Stan Drunkov's 3-second time penalty. This is very interesting because Rob Mulder, as I say, he's on 14-lap-old super softs now. So this is a good one to watch to see how he's actually controlling that. So have a quick look at his tyres. He's definitely got wear. Look at that. Inside left. I can't give you a rear view, unfortunately. Let's have a look as he comes out. Let's know there. Yeah, definite wear on the inside. So it's not ideal, unfortunately. Let's have a look as he comes out. Let's have a look at John Donald's tyres. Yeah, definite wear on the inside. They're looking a bit better, but they've equally got, they've probably got about 20% less wear, I would say, at this moment in time. So that's strange. And Rob Mulder, look at this, he's closing right in on the back of Damie Hartman now, into Parabolica. Is he going to make the move around Parabolica? Looks like he is. Jerome Portman's retired from the session. He's DNF. Jerome Portman has gone out into Parabolica. Is he going to make the move around Parabolica? Oh, dearie me. So, Jerome Portman, DNF. I don't know where that was on track. He's DNF. Jerome Portman has gone out. I've got a feeling it might be here. Yeah, in Ascari. See if you can see his vehicle. Yeah, it was Ascari. There he is there on the exit of Ascari. Jerome Portman in the Toro Rosso, facing the wrong way there. So Jerome Portman for Toro Rosso, first DNF of the night. And that was on the exit of turn 10. Obviously went wide out of 10 and then just lost control and right across the road into the left-hand side. Lucky there was no other collision with any other driver there. So unfortunately, Jerome Portman is out. Let's get back to Boy Williamson. Rob Mulder. Look at this, he's not up to P3, but rude window in the meantime. He's up to P4. Look at this. Nicky Visser, he's P5. Boy Williamson, P6. Damie Hartman, his teammate behind him, P7. Martin Parder-Cooper for Red Bull, P8. John Donkel for Force India, P9. Marco Pullen for Samba, P10. Guido Airshine for Renault, P11. Mark Stappers for McLaren, he's P12. Marcel France, the only remaining Toro Rosso, he's P13. Kevin Van Delft for McLaren, he's 14. Marcel Dronig for Renault, 15. Miguel Tourney for Force India, he's in P16. Peter Phillips for Red Bull, 17. And Stan Dronkov for Mercedes, bringing up the rear at this moment in time. So Seb Bogart, Bastard Breed, 1 and 2. Rob Mulder though, well, he's closing in. He's got 3.5 seconds to go. So he is going to have to come in pretty soon, I suspect, to change those super softs. And he's really gone quite deep on these. It's only Marco Pullen and Marcel Dronig are on close to the same sort of lappage. They're actually on 14 and 15, although Marco Pullen will be starting his 16th lap. Marcel Dronig are on close to the same sort of lappage. So what can Rob Mulder do here? Now, with the softs, I would suspect that they would be into the mid-20s. With the softs, I would suspect so they should have at least a 5 or 6 jump on Rob Mulder, but if he's happy to stay out on those super softs. Yeah, and he's in now, so Rob Mulder comes in. If he's happy to stay out, what is this driver going to go on to? This is going to be the interesting one, because this could make all the difference. Marcel Dronig there, looks like he's closing in on the back of the McLaren of Kevin Van Delft. Let's have a quick look there. Marcel Dronig there, looks like he's closing in. Rob Mulder off serving that, I think he might have a time penalty. Kevin Van Delft's got a 3-second warning there, exceeding track limits. Rob Mulder off serving that, Kevin Van Delft's got a 3-second warning there. Rob Mulder out on track. He's now P7. Look at this, and Marcel Dronig trying to make the move on the newbie McLaren driver round Parabolica. Won't do it there, but he might well do it on the straight. He's got the DRS. He needs to get his nose in front before he gets to that turn 1. There we go. Nicely there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Response there from the McLaren driver. No, you're not coming past that easy, my friend. You're going to need to work a bit harder for that one. And Rude Ringdale's got a 3-second time penalty. That's a shame. There from the McLaren driver. No, you're not coming past that easy, my friend. So Rob Mulder, he's come in. He's out on a set of softs. He's come out P7. Boy Williamson, though, looks like that strategy from Boy has paid off because he's up to P6. So let's have a quick look here and see the position changes. So, if we have a look at here, Boy Williamson's moved up 5 places from 11 to 6, and he's on those mediums. Martin Parder-Cooper, great show from him, 19 to 11, to 8, so 11 places. John Donkel equally from 14 to 9. So great result there. Damien Hartman, obviously he's improved, but he's just swapped places with Basta Breen effectively, and the rest are as they were when they started the race. So great result there. So winners certainly at the back of the field. Losers in the midfield, Marco Pullen, Guido Ershine and Mark Stappers. But overall, not looking too bad. So just confirmation there. Basta Breen has come into the pits. Overall, not looking too bad. He's come out on a fresh set of super softs, so he's in P5. Seb Bogart still out on those softs, and that's interesting. Basta Breen came in. Did he need to come in, or was he looking to respond to Rob Mulder? So he has come out ahead of Rob, so it was an important move for him, certainly. So it could well have been in response to that, but he's gone to a set of super softs. Now he started with the softs, he's got onto the super softs. Could be looking at a soft finish or indeed a medium. And that's going to be interesting because Boy Williamson, the only driver to start on the mediums, remember, he is 18 laps old on those now. He is obviously slightly behind, he's down in P6, so he's starting his 19th lap now on those. Yeah, interesting. He's obviously slightly behind, he's down in P6. So he's got every opportunity, I think, of probably getting up into P3 once we see the next round of pit stops. Now, if I'm working on the premise that they should go into the mid-20s on those softs, obviously we did see, as I say, Basta Breen come in a little bit earlier at lap 18, and Damien Hartman picking up a 3-second time penalty there. So let's keep an eye on how long Seb stays out, because that should then give us a reflection of how long those mediums should stay. I would suspect those mediums would be looking to take you through to at least lap 30. Oh dear, not a great move there by Marcel Dronig. Obviously didn't want to cause any damage to his car, and more or less stops to let the McLaren driver Kevin Van Del through. He's still trying to close him down, but equally his teammate Guido Ershine is closing down on the back of the Sauber of Marco Pullen. So you've got DRS now, second DRS, coming down to turn 8. Closing down on the back of round Vialone through Ascari now. What can Ershine do? He's 5/10 off the back of that Sauber. Damien Hartman setting the provisional fastest lap there in his Haas for 1:23, and he's on those super softs though. Damien Hartman setting the provisional fastest lap there, and John Donkel takes Martin Parder-Cooper. He's on those super softs though. Yep, on that start, finish straight. Guido Ershine now getting alongside Marco Pullen. Yep, gets his nose in front. Oh, but rough round there, and Marco Pullen takes it back. Guido Ershine, bit rough. Getting alongside Marco on the exit of 1 into 2. His nose in front, and they're side by side now as they're coming up to the tricky Variante Rogia. On the exit of Sauber. Oh, Marco Pullen to take the inside there. He couldn't lose up, but look at that. Yeah, gets his nose in front. 3-second time penalty for Ershine there, exceeding track limits, and Pullen stays ahead of Ershine. Marcel France and Toro also picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. So John Donkel makes the move on Martin Parderkoop and is already 2 seconds down the road to him. So clearly those super softs are performing very, very well on track at this moment in time. Obviously Martin Parderkoop is on a relatively old set, certainly, of softs. It's 20 laps old. Bastard-Breen does the provisional fastest with a 1:23.7. So those super softs really coming into the fore now. Bastard-Breen does the provisional fastest with 1:23.7. So those super softs really. Seb Bogart's trying to see if he can get. He's got enough here for a pit window. So Seb can now pit and come out, I think, pretty short ahead of Ruud Windaal. He's got enough here for a pit window. So Seb can now pit. This Guilherme trying to get Marco Pullen again on that exit of 3. 3-second time penalty for Marco Pullen. Gives the place there, yeah. Didn't want to serve any other penalty, so just moves aside there to let that Renault through. Gives the place there. Thank you very much. I'll have that. Didn't want to serve any other penalty, so open up that gap to Pullen. But Dronig is closing in, still on Van Delft. Mark Stappers picks up a 3-second time penalty. Open up that gap to Pullen. So this is close racing here between these guys. Dronig's been trying to get past Van Delft now for a number of laps and not quite managing to get there. Van Delft, I think, certainly better through the corners, which would suggest to me again that we're looking at low downforce on that Renault, and Stan Drunkov, 3-second time penalty for the Mercedes driver there. So he will catch up to him on the straighter sections, but on the corner sections, McLaren's got much better grip on the track and therefore can do the corners much faster. On the corner sections, you should see that here. You should probably see that it'll start to close down. Right on board, just to give you an idea. And you can see it's closed right down there, but look at this now. Round parabolica. And we're closing down again on this start-finish straight, undoubtedly overtaken. And this is where he needs to stick now. He needs to get past him and stay ahead of him. Because Van Delft, yeah, I think he will make it stick this time. Because he's a long way from turn 1. But look at this, Van Delft trying to see if he can get the inside line there. Hit sneaky. But look, see, he closes it right down. Now watch this round 3. Let's watch them here now as they come up to turn 4-5. The variant Diageo. Let's see Van Delft closing that Renault right down. And if you watch them around Lesmo, let's see Van Delft closing that Renault right down. So clearly, that McLaren, much better grip round these corner sections, and he might be able to make a move and him down on the exit of Ascari here. Look, he's getting on the inside here. Villalone, yeah, takes it before they get to Villalone round these corner sections, and he might be able to make a move around Ascari, and he gets back in front. 3-second time penalty for Monza there, so you can see what I'm saying, and that's how the downforce can affect the car. And again, we go on board with Marcel Dronig, he's then going to close him down. So it's a real sort of to and fro battle here. So you can see going on between the Renault of Marcel Dronig and the McLaren of Kevin Van Delft. He's pretty good show. Marcel France picking up a 5-second stop go for corner cutting. Oh dear, Marcel. So that was clearly through the first Varianti Reticilio. He must have gone straight through on that one. So that's why he picked up that 5-second time penalty there. Marcel Dronig still closing down, but equally John Donkel now is starting to close down on the back of Rob Mulder in the yes, in the Williams. So sorry, just watching for Ascari there. Oh, and John going very wide out of Ascari there, picks up a bit of dirt. Yes, in the Williams. So John Donkel, remember, he's on those super softs. Rob Mulder in the Williams, he's on the softs. Nicky Visser, he's in P5. Bastard-Breen, he's lost the place to Damie Hartman. What's going on here? Sorry. Yeah, real. Oh, look at this, he's got it back. Damie Hartman takes him in the DRS, but can't quite make it stick. Look at this, he's got it back. Oh, they're side by side, round 3. Look at this. They're side by side round. So close. Vass stays ahead of Damie Hartman. Look at this. Now, clearly, Damie's Super Softs now reached that time where they're in peak performance. So all Bass needs to do is just stay ahead of him for about another lap or two, and they should start to drop off, or he will catch up and then be able to keep that gap open. So they come to Bialan now, through Ascari. They should start to drop off, or he will catch up and then be able to keep that gap open. This is the one where it's going to count. Damie Hartman is 6/10 off. He really needs to be around about 3 or 2 tenths as they come round Parabolica. Boy Williamson picking up a 3-second time penalty there. So what can Damie Hartman do? No, he's too far out. He's got DRS. He's not going to be able to close down that Ferrari sufficiently at this moment in time. John Donkel, he's coming over the line. He will have DRS on Rob Mulder, but can he do anything? Race control, Damie Hartman, 3-second time penalty there. Can he do anything? No, he gets close, certainly, into 1 and 2. First Varianti there. Can he do anything? Race control, Damie Hartman, 3-second time penalty there. Can he do anything? No, he gets close, certainly, into 1 and 2. Big curve. First Varianti there. Turn 3. So he's close in behind Rob Mulder, but I think he's just waiting for his opportunity. Obviously, Super Softs are now 10 laps old, where those softs are 8. So he's close in behind Rob Mulder. Still should have the advantage on those. Now 10 laps old. Williamson is in a good P8 there. 25 laps on those mediums. We're on lap 26. I'd expect him to go probably to round about 30 to mid-30s. P8 there, 25 laps on those mediums, we're on lap 26. I'd be saying that, we might not make it that far actually. Probably to round about 30 to mid-30s. We might do actually, yeah. Maybe another 5 laps in them, so they'll take him to around about 33, 32. So we'll see how that works out for him. Rob Mulder in the Williams, good race from Rob Mulder, solid race there. He's in P6, Nicky Visser as well. He's in P5, but he's on 18-lap-old softs. But Seb Bogard is on 26-lap-old softs, so he has not come in for the start of this race. Remember, his teammate Bas de Breen went on to a different option. I think he was responding to Rob Mulder when he came in. So I think he was responding. Rob Mulder, sorry. Yeah, it was Rob Mulder. Yeah. So he responded to him, came in early off those softs, only on lap 18, and went on to those super softs. Rob Mulder. Yeah. So he responded to him, came in early off those softs, only on lap 18. So at this moment, oh, look at this, look at this. Marcel Dronig gets past Kevin Van Delft down into turn 1, but look, we've seen this before. Kevin Van Delft gets the better exit. Oh, and he stops. Oh, look at this. Can't got it, misses a gear. That was a gear miss there from Kevin Van Delft. Unfortunately, I think he went into neutral, and that's it. That gave Marcel Dronig the opportunity he wanted to get ahead. But hang on a minute, we're starting to see raindrops here. So lap 28 of 53, and we are starting to see raindrops. Oh, wow, my goodness. Could we see a wet end to this race? Halfway through lap 28, and rain is starting to come down. Now, this is interesting. Seb Bogart, this is the time now. How much longer can he stay out on those softs? Rue Window, he's in second place. He's faring a little bit better. 21-lap-old soft, so he's still looking good. Bas de Breen, though, he's on 9-lap-old super softs, and he's only got Damie Hartman a couple of seconds behind him, and Nicky Visser 4 seconds there. Guido Airshine picking up a 3-second time penalty. So this is going to be very interesting indeed, as Marcel France takes 12th place from Mark Stappers and Marcel Dronig. Oh no, that's Marcel Dronig dropping right back there. So he must have lost it around Parabolica. Marcel Dronig is giving Kevin Van Delft the opportunity to take that place back. That's Marcel Dronig dropping right back there. Marcel France makes the move on Stappers as well. So John Donkel is now racing up close and personal with Rob Mulder as they're coming out of Ascari. Now, is he going to be able to make the move on that Williams, on that start-finish straight? Because this rain is starting to come down, and we could see the drivers going on to intermediates within the next couple of laps. Kevin Delphin, second stop go for corner cutting. I suspect that was through Ascari. Second stop go for corner cutting. So, can John Donkel get past this Williams? Oh, they got the Red Bull there. Peter Phillips, I think. So, back marker getting in the way a bit. Didn't help John on that straight. And entrance into turn one. Stan Drumkov's got a 5-second stop go for ignoring the blue flag. Oh no! Didn't help John. So you've got to watch those flags, Stan. Entrance into turn one. Stan Drumkov's got a 5-second Parter Cooper. Makes the move on Boy Williamson. And has got some sort of problem. Yeah, he's got a problem. He's got a grip problem on those mediums because this rain is really now starting to affect Kevin Van Del. 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane. And we've got one driver, Guido Airshine. He's already gone on to the intermediates in the Renault. So Guido Airshine, first man onto the intermediates. See how he fares on that. Mark Stappers, 3-second stop time penalty, sorry, for corner cutting. Yeah, we've got Kevin Van Delft, he's in the pits as well now. He's on the intermediates, as is Marcel Dronig. Sorry, for corner cutting. Yeah, we've got Kevin Van Delft. DRS has been disabled, so that's official now. As you can see, all the drivers indeed coming pit. Rude Window in, Basta Breen in, Damie Harmon. Bogart still stays out though. DRS has been disabled. See how that's going to affect the running. So Seb Bogart, he's just going around turns 4 and 5 now. Rude Window is out on those intermediates. Basta Breen is out behind him. So Seb could lose out big time. Martin Parter Cooper, 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane. You've got to watch that because that entrance to the pit lane is very open and very quick to start. So they really do have to slam those anchors on. And Kevin Van Delft is retired. So Kevin Van Delft has DNF'd. I think that was probably... Oh, look at that. Seb Bogart really wide there. Kevin really wide as he's coming through Ascari. He is struggling. He's not going to hold that first place. He's got 34 seconds. So Rude Window is just coming out of Lesmo now. And Seb Bogart just coming around Parabolica. I think this could be close. I don't know though. I think Seb might be able to get out ahead of him. So Seb coming in the pits now. And yeah, Rude Window only going through Ascari. Seb Bogart's got a 5-second stop go. No, for speeding in the pit lane. This now is going to make all the difference. He's going to serve that now. No, he's coming out. He's coming up, but he's going to have to serve that 5-second stop go, or look at a 10-second. If he doesn't come in, penalty for the end of this race. Now this is really going to mix things up. He is out on track. I think, no, he has served it. No, he is out on track. He is ahead of Rude Window. Now this could prove a determining factor. I don't think he served that 5-second stop go on that pit entry, which means he will have to serve it again. And he's only got a limited amount, I think it's 5 laps to actually serve it, or he will receive a 10-second time penalty at the end of the race. So this could be critical. Such a small error, but it has such a big result. So Basta Breen, he is 6 seconds down the road behind Rude Window. All the drivers on the intermediates. Rob Mulder, last man into the pits to change tyres. So lap 31. All runners now are on intermediate laps, and indeed Rob Mulder's actually gone into a full set of wets. Okay, that's interesting. So Rob Mulder in the Williams has decided to go onto a full set of wets. Okay, well, let's see how that pans out for him. Mulder, Williams has decided to mount a full set of wets. And he needs to get those tyres pans out for him. And he needs to get up and going. So let's keep an eye on that. And see how that pans out for him. That could be absolute inspiration or total lunacy. We will see. But that rain, there's a lot of it coming down. Absolute inspiration. So Marcel Dronic's 4.3 seconds off the back of him at the moment on those intermediates. Let's see how that works out. So 4.3 is already starting to close. If he gets it down to 3 seconds once they go over the start-finish line, then I will say that Rob Mulder's made the wrong choice. So we will see how that works out for Rob. But Seb Bogart, he is in the lead, not by much. Ruud Window, 2.8 seconds behind him. Basterbreen is another 5.8 seconds behind Ruud Window. Then we have Davey Hartman in the Haas. He's currently P4. Nicky Visser in the Sauber is P5. John Donkel in the Force India is P6. Guido Eschine for Renault is 7. Martin Parder-Cooper, great race from Martin. Started right at the back of the field, remember. So he's now P8. Boy Williamson, he's P9 for Haas. Marco Pullen for Sauber, he's P10. Marcel France for Toro Rosso is P11. P12 is Mark Stappers for McLaren. We're riding on board at the moment with Rob Mulder, the new Williams driver, just to get an idea of how these tyres are performing. And indeed, they are performing well, because that gap to Marcel Dronic has actually opened up now on this lap. So maybe that was a bit of inspiration there from Mulder to go on to those wets. We will see. He's got now Mark Stappers 8 seconds down the road to him, so let's see how he moves in on Mark Stappers. So Marco Pullen, he's closing down on Boy Williamson as they come down to Parabolica now. 8 seconds. He's in good time. He's got 3 seconds behind. Obviously, he has no DRS, remember, but look, nice there. Takes the nice inside line, and he's got a great move. Takes Marco Pullen in the Sauber. He has no DRS, remember, but Marco Pullen comes back. Look at that, Marco Pullen. Inside line, and he's got a great move. Takes Marco Pullen in the Sauber. Yeah, Marco Pullen there. Staying ahead, but look at this now. Boy Williamson trying to close him down again. Marco Pullen there. So they're coming round turn 3. Staying ahead, but look at this now. Boy Williamson very, very close again between these two guys. Let's watch them now into the second variante. Down into Lesnar now. These two guys. Let's watch them now into the second variante. Oh, he goes very, very wide there, Boy. Down to Lesnar, round turn 6. He's lost a lot of time there to Marco Pullen. The gap now is opened up to 2.3 seconds, so he's lost a lot of time there. And I'm wondering if these conditions now are getting to the point where these intermediates are not enough. And that being the case, Rob Mulder could very, very easily move up potentially 4, maybe even 5 places here. Let's keep an eye on this, because we could see Rob Mulder go all the way up to P8 by choosing to go on those wets. So this is very, very interesting. Yeah, and Marco Pullen there, certainly pulling out now from Boy Williamson. Look at that, 4 seconds. So that's pretty much it. So Marco Pullen securing his place at this moment in time down in P9. Now he is starting to close in on the back of Martin Parder-Cooper. Securing his place at this moment in time down in P9. Now he is starting to close in. So Marco Pullen now, he's starting to close down. I think Marco prefers the wet conditions. Certainly seems to be performing a little bit better on these intermediates. So either that or the other drivers are performing worse, but he's looking pretty solid on those at this moment in time. Damie Hartman is looking like he's starting to close down to Basta Breen as well. 2.6 seconds off the driver there. So this is F1 tonight, 2018, season 1, and we are here at Monza for race 14. We had a dry start to this race about 5 laps ago. The rain started to come down, and what we've seen is these drivers, well, 5 laps ago it came in more than that, around about lap 28 we saw the rain coming down, but drivers all gone on to the immediates around about lap 30, 31, and we are now looking at wet race. The only driver on full wet, Rob Mulder, and we're still to see if that's how that's going to work out for him. He has actually lost time again to Marcel Dronig, so he hasn't made up a great difference. If anything, he's lost quite a bit of time. Just 4 seconds, he's now just under 3 seconds. So, and the gap to Mark Stappers has opened up. Oh, Mark Stappers gets overtaken, takes the Boy Williamson. Boy Williamson into the pits, that's right. So Mark Stappers takes P11. Boy Williamson is out on a set of wets as well. Okay, so Boy Williamson going on to the wets. This is interesting. Now let's have a look at our front runner here, Seb Bogart. He's out on a set of wets as well. Okay. Damie Hartman is definitely closing in on the back of Basta Breen. This is interesting. And Reid Window is still 5.5 seconds off the back of Seb Bogart, so Seb has actually opened up the gap to him there. It's interesting. So this rain doesn't look like it's abating. That racing line's still not looking too bad. It's looking, you know, reasonable. You've got to be careful though with the heat on these intermediates. You don't want to be running through too much standing water if you can. You know, you've got to really stay on that racing line. Oh, Kevin Van Delft has left the session. So he DNF'd earlier, unfortunately. Standing water if you can. You've got to really stay on that racing line. I believe round sector 2. So Seb Bogart still looking fairly comfortable on these intermediates. We're on lap 36 of 53 and sector 2. Only 17 laps remaining. We're 2/3 of the way through this race. We started in the dry, as I said. We've gone on to wet conditions. The question is now is how long is this going to last? Is it going to take us to the end of the race? And if so, how soon do you want to go onto those wets, if at all? We've seen a couple of drivers, 3 drivers now onto the wets. Nicky Visse and Saubers decided to go onto the wets. Now, that is interesting, because Nicky, if at all, he does try and stretch it out, but clearly he feels that he needs to go onto a set of wet tyres, and Stan Junkov just moving over there. That wasn't Stan Junkov, that was Boy Williamson, I think, actually. Yeah, Boy Williamson in the Haas. He's currently P14, being lapped by Seb Bogart there. That wasn't Stan Junkov, that was Boy Williamson, I think, actually. Yeah, so Reid Window, he's still there. He's losing time to Seb there. And Seb really quite enjoys these wet conditions. Basta Breen, he's still in 3rd place, but Damie Hartman has really started to close down now. He's taken out about probably half a second over the last couple of laps per lap. So he is starting to get up and close and personal with the gearbox of that Ferrari, and Rob Mulder picks up 3-second time penalty. So dearie me, not what he wanted to be doing there. He was an early man onto those wets. He has improved 1 place. He has moved up to 12th place. I think that was more to do with changes in regards to pit stops. So he will obviously win out once people start coming in. And we're just trying to work out. He'll probably move up to P9. He might even get P8, so let's see what happens there for Rob Mulder. We are on board with Damie Hartman, quite able to close down to that Ferrari. Let's see what we can do as they get onto the straight. You can see the Ferrari just in the distance there. 3-second time penalty for Mark Stappers. How much has he closed down? on that Ferrari Basta Green. Not hugely. So that gap has in fact opened up. He was down to 1.4, he's up to 2.1 now. So not looking too great there. John Donkel, well, he's done really well. Let's have a quick look here at those position changes. So John Donkel, he's moved up 9 places from P14 to P5. Guido Airshine, he has improved. He's moved up 2 from 9 to 7. Nicky Visser, though, not great. He's gone from 3 to 6, and indeed he's dropped right down there. He's just been taken by Guido Airshine on that first variante. Interesting. Nicky Visser. Oh, it's because he's on the wets. Yeah, Nicky Visser on the full wets. I think that's what's making the difference there. So he's just been taken by Guido Airshine. So he's improved 3 places overall. John Donkel 9. Martin Pardercooper, as I said, he's improved 11. So we went from 19 to 8. Damie Hartman and Basta Breed both moved up, one from 5 to 4 and 4 to 3, respectively. He's improved 11. So we went from 19 to 8. Damie Hartman and Basta Breed both moved up, one from 5 to 4 and 4 to 3. So Nicky Visser struggling still a bit on those wet tyres. Well, Mulder still in P12. And front runners, all the top, so Nicky Visser, 5, 6 drivers now, all still on their intermediates. And we're coming up to quickly approach the lap 40 mark. And then that will be 13 laps remaining, but we are in wet conditions. So are these guys counting that this rain will stop, and that's why they're trying to stretch out these intermediates for as long as they can? Doesn't look like it's stopping to me. So it's fairly constant to me. Clearly these guys happy to work with those mediums. Nicky Visser, so he is in a world of pain at the moment because he's got Martin Pardercooper bearing down on him into turn 1. Yeah, makes it stick. He's got, even though he's on those intermediates, but spins a bit out. Can Nicky get the jump on him here? He's now got Marco Pullen, his teammates, behind him on a set of intermediates. Spins a bit out. Can Nicky get the jump on him here? He's now got Marco Pullen. Certainly is challenging here. So they come around turns 4 and 5, second variante there. Down to Lesmo, but look at this, Marco Pullen is just itchy to get past his teammates. But yeah, these conditions are definitely, I think, now full wets. There's no way these intermediates are going to be lasting much longer. Certainly look at this tail end of sector 2, coming down into sector 3 now. This is really throwing it down. So I expect to see these guys starting to pit onto the wets. Coming down into sector 3 now. This is really. So can they, will they? Expect to see these guys. We will have to wait and see what they can do. Marco Pullen closing in on his teammate, but I don't think he can do much because these conditions have definitely got worse. He's definitely wet tyre conditions, but Marco is staying out on those intermediates, and he's going to try and make the move on his teammate. He does. Look at this, he gets alongside him. Let's not wipe each other out, guys. But Marco is staying out. Yeah, he's got that straight line speed. But I really cannot see them staying out too much longer on those intermediates unless they're fantastically brilliant in wet conditions. And Marco Pullen picks up a 3-second time penalty there. We just saw him cutting that turn 2, I think it was, and that's why he's picked up that penalty. So Rude Window is definitely dropping behind Seb. He's down to 7.8, nearly 8 seconds. And Basta Breed has closed down dramatically from around about 5.5 down to now 3.5 seconds. So clearly Rude Window does not like these wet conditions. From around about 5.5 down to now 3.5 seconds. So he's got Boy Williamson, the backmarker, who's just gone past, still trying to keep up with him. So that's interesting. But Bass has really closed him down. Damie Hartman is still looking solid in that 4th place. John Donkel looking great though in P5. He's into the pits and he's going to go on to a set of wets. Yeah, definitely. Still looking solid. So John Donkel into the pits. John Donkel. He's going on to a set of wets. He's into the pits and he's going to go on to a set of wets. Yeah, what can they do here now? So John Donkel into the pits. Martin Parder Cooper gets ahead of Marco Pullen. That looks like that was on Parabolica. Clearly Marco, look at this, still trying to find it out with Nicky. That looks like that was on, so look at these again, past now, Miguel Torni. Clearly Marco, who's down in P17. Oh, dearie me, Marco going wide there, trying to avoid the car. Nicky gets the jump on him. So Nicky, P17, stays ahead. He's trying now to close down on Martin Parder Cooper, who's right on the tail of John Donkel. So all three of these guys very, very close. Oh, look at this. Nicky making them. Oh, no! Contact! And Nicky goes off. He's not out, but he's got a lot of damage. Got to watch out the entrance to Lesmo. A lot of damage there. I think total front wing damage. Yeah, he hasn't wiped it out completely, but he's certainly lost all the winglets. He's going to have to come into those pits again. That was unfortunate. That was just a bit of contact there between the two guys. So unfortunate. He's going to have to come into those pits again. That was unfortunate. That was just a bit of contact there. In these wet conditions, not necessarily surprising. Well, Marco obviously takes advantage. He moves back ahead of Nicky, and now starting to close down on Martin Parder Cooper. John Donkel, he is all over the back of this Renault now. Guido Airshine, as they come onto the start finish straight. Remember, no DRS obviously in these wet conditions, and Seb Bogart has come in and gone onto a set of wets. Okay, so Seb has now gone onto those wets. DRS obviously, he is out on track. He's in P3. Basta Breen, his teammate, still in 2, but he is on a set of intermediates. And Ruud Window has taken the lead, but he is also on a set. Oh, dearie me, and who's that? He's dancing in the background there. He is on a set of intermediates. He wasn't dancing on the ceiling, he was dancing on the track. He is also on a set. That was Rob Mulder, I think. Yeah, it was Rob Mulder in the Williams. So we're seeing a number of drivers now coming in, pitting, so expect the field to be a little bit mixed up for a while. Yeah, Ruud Window's in, so we're seeing a number of Basta Breen is in as well. So both there. Seb Bogart, he's still out on track. He's just coming around turn 3 now. And this is absolutely atrocious. This water now, you can see the standing water. Sorry, he's coming around. He's still out on track. He's just coming around turn 3 now. And this is absolutely atrocious. This isn't going to get. Oh, yes, look at this. Seb Bogart gets ahead of Ruud Window. Basta Breen just out behind Ruud Window, so great job there. Gets ahead from Seb, did the undercut nicely, and he's out ahead of Ruud Window in the Williams. Damie Hartman now takes 3rd place from Basta Breen. Looks like on the exits of the first Variante. Ahead of Ruud Window in the really. Yeah, Bass on a fresh set of wets, whereas Damie, they're a lap old already, so he's got them heated up and got his feel for them. Sure that Bass will be closing down on Damie as soon as he possibly can. John Donkel, he's coming as well, but he's out in P5. So still solid result there from John. I think he's actually now moved up 10 places. Is it still 9? Let's have a quick look here. No, it is still 9 places. Martin Parder Cooper, look at that though, 12 places from Martin Parder Cooper. Fantastic, from 19 up to 7. Great race from him. Guido Airshine as well, he's done well. 9 to 3. Damie Hartman from 5 up to 3. Fantastic from 19. Nicky Visser though, he has not had a great race. He's lost 5 places, down to 8th place. His teammate Marco Pullen's lost 1, and Rob Mulder, the new Williams driver, he's lost 3 places. He was doing very well in the dry conditions, but clearly not used to racing in wet conditions, so that has affected his race. Indeed, Mark Stappers looks there making the move on Marcel Dronig. Racing in wet conditions. Yeah, he did. So Mark Stappers takes 13th place from Marcel Dronig. So good race there from Mark at this moment in time. Too short. Now he's done. Well, he's lost 3 places actually. He did start in 10th, so he's trying to play catch up at this moment in time. Nicky Visser trying to close down on Martin Pardakuper, but he's not able to do it. If anything, losing time. Guido Airshine, well, he's looking pretty solid there in P6. He's got Martin Pardakuper 3 seconds down the road behind him, but he's losing to John Donkel 26 seconds ahead of him. For John Donkel, well, he's sitting pretty. As I say, he's got Airshine 26 seconds behind him, and he's got 22 to Basta Breen in 4th place, so he's looking pretty safe there and on his own, doing his own race, I think, pretty much at this moment in time. We've got 9 laps remaining. Remember, this is F1 tonight. This is the closing race for 2018. It's race 14 of season 1. And we are here at Monza. We had a dry start to the race, but from race 28, the rain was coming down. It looks like we're going to be looking at a wet finish for this Monza race. It has mixed up a little bit, but the front runners managed to stay ahead of the game. Seb Bogart keeps the lead for Ferrari. For him, if you have a look on here, he actually oh no, same, sorry, yep, and Rude Window as well, so they're holding their places there. Damie Hartman, he's moved up 2 from 5 to 3. Basta Breen stays where he was in P4. Damie Hartman is 2.5 seconds, or just over, off the back of that Haas, so he needs to try and close him down on track. So we've only got 8 laps remaining, so if he wants to stay ahead of him off the back of that Haas, he certainly needs to do something about it. So we've got 8 laps remaining, currently on 123 points, and Bass is on 142, so there is 11 points difference. Not enough of a difference, obviously, in this race, but it will mean that Damie Hartman will be getting that much closer to that 2nd place in the championship. Seb Bogart's going to pretty much seal if he maintains this place, and will hit the 200 championship points at the end of this race if he maintains his position. So solid race here from Seb Bogart, but equally so for Ruud Windahl, the Williams driver. Clearly, this is a favoured track of his, and even the rain hasn't put him off too much. Although he is losing time to Seb Bogart already, probably just about a good 2.5 seconds. Damie Hartman, though, he seems to be responding well in these wet conditions, and he is starting to close on on Ruud Windahl, but he has got, I think it's Marcel France between them in that Toro Rosso. He's just coming up to Lesmo. Pretty sure it's Marcel. Yeah, Marcel France indeed. He's obviously letting Ruud Windahl through, but now that's it. Needs to let Damie through. So Damie using a little bit of time there to close down to Ruud. But he is slowly but surely, but has he got enough time? Only 7 laps remaining now for this race. Final race for F1 tonight for 2018. We will be back on Thursday the 3rd of January. So a bit of a Christmas breakdown. Peter Phillips, oh no, picking up 5 seconds stop go for corner cutting. How unfortunate. Sure, that's not what he wanted to see. So on the 3rd of January, we will be back at Singapore. So don't forget, 7:30 UK time, 8:30 Central European time, Thursday, the 3rd of January, we will be at Singapore. Oh dear, Mark Schnapper's picking a 3-second time penalty there. So, all looking pretty straight, but Damie Hartman now is really starting to close in. Look at this on the back of Ruud Windahl. He's only 5/10 off the back of him now. So clearly, Damie enjoying these wet conditions. You can just see Bastien coming out of Lesmo in the background there, but he has got Marcel France in the way, but I'm sure he will quickly move out of the way. But still should add a couple of tenths or thereabouts onto his time to try and close down to Damie Hartman. But Damie, look at this. He is really making a move on. Now, can he do anything around Parabolica? Tonic moving over for them there. Mickey Visser picking up the 3-second time penalty. Everybody on the wets, and Rob Mulder, he did improve Rob Mulder. Visser picking up the 3-second time penalty. Actually move up 3 places from when he put those wets on. Yeah. Damie definitely all over the back now of this Williams. Got to be careful in these wet conditions. So coming up to definite turn 4 and 5, the second variante now. Got to be careful in these wet conditions. Taking it easy, doesn't want to close in too tight on those corners round Lesmo 1. Exit 2 now. Easy, doesn't want to close in too tight. And that little kink of 8. Seraglio dropping downhill now towards first corner, Vialone, turn 8, then 9, 10. Infamous, famous Ascari. Down towards now Parabolica. Famous Ascari. So Damie certainly staying in the chase here, and he is actually opening up the gap to Bass. It was around about 4.8 up to 5.2, so 4/10 there. Chase here gained on Bastien. But Nicky Visser looks like he's starting to challenge now for Martin Pardicu, but clearly he's taken that 8th place back from his teammate Marco Pullen. So didn't catch that, but we are now on board. He's starting to close down to. Sorry, I've got to go back to Damie because he's within 2/10 of Ruud Windahl now as they're coming round 3, and he is really pushing. Look at this. He is really pushing. Let's watch him now. And he clearly gains on that first sector. That's where Damie is winning out against Ruud. But as soon as they get into tail end of the second sector, into the third sector, Ruud just seems to have that advantage on track. So as soon as they get into so that is very interesting indeed. And Nicky Visser now has dropped about 1.5 seconds behind, so not challenging just yet. So we'll stay with Damie and Ruud. Real fight going on here on the closing stages of this race. We're on lap 49 of 53. 4 laps remaining. Real fight going on here on the closing stages, looking to see if he could go on the inside there, but he didn't quite feel it was right. Going to pull alongside here now. Look at this. He's going to try and get the move done. Side by side now. It's all about straight line speed down to this turn 1. Damie seems to have the edge with that Ferrari engine. Just stays ahead. Ooh, but it's rough round turn 1. Manages to keep it though. Damie Hartman picks up a 5-second stop go. Yeah, thought that was the case. So he's got a 5-second stop go. Now he will not necessarily come to the pits. I'm not too sure how that's going to pan out because there's only 3 laps remaining. Will he just get the 5 seconds added to his time? And that being the case, he is going to be off potentially. Will he just get the 5 seconds added to his time? I don't know actually, because he's got 6.4 seconds to Bastien. Potentially. So Ruud Windahl with that 5 second for Damie Hartman. Looks like he will take second place. But Damie might still keep third place, but it all depends on Bastabreen. And Damie Hartman's got another 3 seconds stop. No, that's it. He will not get a podium finish, and Bastabreen will finish ahead of him. Big sigh of relief there, I think, from Bastabreen. Obviously, Damie is challenging him for second place in the championship. And Seb Bogart now starting his 51st lap. Damie Hartman coming over the line as well now. Ruud Windahl coming over, starting his penultimate lap, as is Bastabreen. John Dunkel, he's P5, Guido Airshine. Good result there for both Force India and Renault. Guido and John, 5 and 6. Martin Pardakofer as well. He's done very well. He's actually moved up 12 places because he started 19. No, it was 19. Yeah, 19, yeah, 12 places. Thought so. So Martin Pardakofer, confirmation there. He's improved 12 places. 19 down to 7. Nicky Visser, oh well, yeah, not 19, gone so well places. For him. So I think he's lost 5 places. Yeah, 5 places. Nicky Visser lost. Marco Pullen, he's lost 1. Rob Mulder, he's lost 3. So Marcel France gained 4. Marcel Droney gained 3. Biggest loser, unfortunately, Stan Drumkov for Mercedes, losing 9 places. But Marco Pullen, he is P9 now. Hang on, yeah, it's still raining. Rob Mulder, well, he tried to make a run for it, but went early onto these wets, hoping that he could get the jump on the pit stops, but unfortunately lap times dropped, his lap time dropped, and he just wasn't able to make up the... And Stan Drunkov picks up a 10-second stop go. Sorry, 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Oh no, just goes from bad to worse for the poor Mercedes driver there. Marcel France for Toro Rosso, he's in P11, but Boy Williamson, he's currently P12, and it looks like he's going to try and challenge him now on this last but one lap. Oh, nearly into the back of him. Very close there, as they almost came to a stop through the first Variante. Retafilio very close. Coming round 3. Boy is looking to try and make the move here. Yeah. Into turn 4. Brave move there from Boy Williamson. I've got to say that was a very nice overtake there from the Haas driver. Into turn 4. Impressed with that. Brave, especially in these conditions. Oh dearie me, lost traction there. Big time. And Marcel France isn't giving up in that Toro Rosso behind. Oh dearie me, lost traction. That's for sure. Big time. Let's watch them down here through Ascari, because there was a lot of movement from that Haas on the exit. I just want to see how he looks on the exit of this Ascari here. Oh, a lot smoother, yeah, clearly. Just a little bit of lack of concentration probably there from Boy, but he's done well. Oh, lot smoother. P11. Just Marcel France, P12. Marcel Dronig, P13. Mark Stappers, he's 14. Not a great race for him, started 10. Stan Drumkov for Mercedes, he hasn't had such a great race himself, but still, new driver, he's gaining the experience all the time. I think any new drivers to the league should discount anything amazing in their first season. So he's doing well, still out on track. Peter Phillips for Red Bull, he's in 16, and Miguel Tourney for Force India, bringing up the rear there. Seb Bogart now coming round turn 3. Sorry, Lesmo, exiting Lesmo on his final lap here. And what a sublime race he has run. Really has been fantastic. Maintained his place. Damie Hartman, he is currently second on track, but he will drop down to P5. Ruud Windahl will move up to P2. and he will take second place. Bas de Breen will take third place. So Seb Bogart now coming round the final corner of Parabolica onto the start-finish straight, takes the win here at Monza. Jamie Hartman for Haas will finish in fifth. Ruud Windahl for Williams finishes second. Ruud Windahl finishes third due to points. Bas de Breen finishes second, so it is a 1-2 from Ferrari. They were a 1-3 last week. They really have coming back strong in the middle of this season now. Well, last third now we will be starting after the Christmas break, New Year break. So great show there from Ferrari. Ruud Windahl, fantastic job there from the Williams driver. Got to say, start to finish, takes third place. Jamie Hartman for Haas will take fourth. John Donkoff, great race from John as well in the Force India. He takes fifth. Martin Parder-Cooper, well, absolutely fantastic race from Martin Parder-Cooper. Look at that, 13 places he takes there. Great result for him. He's still got to finish the race, but absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased for this Red Bull driver. He's done so well there. Great result for him. So he did have a 5-second unserved stop go. But even so, still finishes sixth. Guido Ershine for Renault finishes seventh. Nicky Visser, disappointing race for Nicky in Sauber. Finishes eighth, drops 5 places. Marco Pullen, his teammate, not so bad. He did start 9th, finishes 9th, so he's pretty much equal there. Rob Mulder he's not equal. He actually started lower than that because of the drivers coming out. Rob Mulder finishes 10th, so respectful there from the newbie Williams driver. Only second race, and in wet conditions, clearly he's not used to wet conditions. But fantastic job there from Seb Bogart. Our championship leader maintains his lead, takes first place. His teammate Bas de Breen maintains that second place in the championship, taking second here at Monza. And what a fantastic job there for that Williams driver, Ruud Windahl, taking third place. He's currently P9 in the Drivers' Championship, but great result from him. So absolutely fantastic. There you see it. Seb Bogart picks up the 25 points. Bas de Breen 18. Ruud Windahl 15. Jamie Hartman picks up 12. So that gap does open up. John Donkoff, great race from John Donkoff in the Force India. Started 14th, finishes 5th, 9 places gains, so 10 points there. Martin Parder-Cooper, fantastic result for him. Started 19th, finishes 6th, 13 places gained for him. Guido Ershine 7, Nicky Visser 8, Marco Pullen 9, Rob Mulder 10, Marcel France 11, Boy Williamson 12, Marcel Dronig finishes in 13th, Mark Stappers finishes 14th, 15 is Peter Phillips, and the rest you can see there. Well, thank you very much for joining us. From everybody here at F1 tonight, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We will be back on Thursday, the 3rd of January at Singapore. Don't forget it. We look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much and good night. The 3rd of January at Singapore.